forced us to gaze into the abyss in a way that we really did not expect. We've been whipsawed here emotionally, going from, hey, go win the Super Bowl, to having the wheels off completely.
Trubisky out of the shotgun, fakes it. Now he's going to throw right side, open man, but no, underthrew it, and it's intercepted by the Chargers. Looking to go deep for Taylor Gabriel inside the 25. Overshot him by about 2 yards. Had steps on the defender, and it did not come through. Snap back to Mitch on 2nd and 10. Pocket starts to close. He lost the ball. The Chargers are on it. Inside the Bear 25. This for a Bears win. Snap. Placement down by O'Donnell. Kick by Eddie Piñeiro. Kick is up. No. It is no good. He missed it as time expires. 17-16. Chargers the win.
You're just like me.
Trash.
Yeah, bitch.
This is where this gets difficult.
What kind of hotel is this?
How you doing?
With a tear in my eye.
I am coming.
Beat your way.
Cheer.
Frost has walnuts.
We're doing live.
Suffering succotash, son.
Party foul.
See you next Tuesday.
It is the Lingus Mafia podcast. This podcast of ours. I'm Cav Manning.
Bouncy Walnuts.
And I'm Greg Norris.
Oh, a couple of you guys are really thrilled. Look at it, guys, bouncing around. I don't even see you, and I know your chests are puffed out. Like fucking something happened this weekend. I know something happened for me this weekend.
Won last night.
And you go like this. I go from one championship to the other. You just move around the sports. Start like a fucking like that hide the pea in the fucking walnut trick. You go from one shell to the other. Now you have NFL to be looking thankful for. And I keep hearing people tell me, and because I'm not sitting there busy with the Niner game and watching, but I hear people say Garoppolo does not look fucking good. It's the defense that's obviously defense is great. I know that, but is he? What's going on? Are these people out of their fucking minds? Because I haven't heard shit that it looks. I mean, I hear it from people. I don't hear it from news people.
He's good for one or two. What the fuck was that?
Oh, really?
The game. Yeah,
okay.
The interception he threw this week. So, I mean, other than that, when it's third down and they need a play, he's usually there.
And I'm like, and when you have great defense, all you do is look for adequate and serviceable.
Yeah,
and it's like, which I don't have such a thing.
What do you think, Greg?
I think they're looking for something to criticize on our team.
Yeah.
I guess, and you know what? Of course, these are not fans that are telling me this too. You take that always too, because it's people looking for something to be like, fuck these motherfuckers.
I was talking to Rob Jeremy about it a little while ago, and I was kind of comparing him to Tony Romo a little bit, where he's going to be good, but it's not going to be good enough. And well, hopefully he does better in the playoffs.
I was going to say in San Francisco, it's never going to be good enough. That's the problem.
Right.
That's the curse of that city. That's all. You go from two fucking monsters. God, I am.
He started like 17 career games, so he's basically finished. It's just starting his second season basically.
He got 2 rings, right?
While, but,
yeah. Well, we have the OB show to get to today.
Oh, I can't wait.
You bastard! You enjoy a misery. I'm telling you, it really does ease the fucking pain, and I've gotten to a point now. I laugh because people send me the clips of, you see all on Barstool shit a lot, with Bears fans ready to they're hanging from rafters.
Jerseys and shit like that.
All this nonsense. This little fat kid fucking screaming, videotaping the fucking kick, all that kind of shit, right? And they're like, oh, I'm done now. I'm done. Oh, it looks like people have finally had. I go, finally. I was done at the Raider game. I go, that's what sealed the fucking season for me, where I said, well, obviously this is a fucking disaster. I mean, it started even earlier, but you go, okay, well, it's still early. You have a chance to turn this.
Do you think the problem is Mitch or the way he's being coached? Like, if he was in a different system, do you think he would be good enough? Or do you think he just flat out sucks?
You know what? The coach is giving me a big fucking problem right now, for one. That, I think they are both big problems, but I do not think that because the coach is a problem, that is making Mitch a problem. Mitch, he throws still to fucking wrong people. And it's not like that fucking system is something where it's like 50 different fucking points and then you stop or something and he's miscounted. Right. It's not, it's still fucking, he's still playing football. He did this with John Fox too. So the problem Nagy had, my God, this week was more people, they were killing Nagy more than Mitch this week. And if you saw any of this game, it's what stood out the most, the one play. There's two plays that stand out like fucking red flags to me. There's one that's like, they were like 3rd and 12 or 18, something like this. And they decided to hand off. And I'm like, now you won't hand it off. I'm like, what? What the fuck is this? And the second one is the most egregious one where they keep on getting into this fucking red zone. 5 times in the fucking red zone and you score 1 touchdown. Now, that's, I mean, they should have ass fucked this should have been the rape game, you know? And I'm like, and it comes down to this. That's why not one person I have not heard. Well, I heard one idiot on the radio, which I wanted to fucking kill. One of the hosts. But anybody other than that guy, everyone, not a word about the kicker. And I say, yeah, it should have never fucking ever been down to that in the first place. And I'm like, I don't expect somebody to make every fucking kick ever. He missed 2 in that game, but made 3 because they couldn't get in the fucking end zone. So he had to ghost of Parkey, which I found funny because it was Halloween week. You go, oh, the ghost of Parkey was here. He hit the fucking upright again. But he, toward the end, so they get into this, they're marching down the field, and it's 3rd down, and they fucking don't get the first, but the fucking guy grabs a horse collar, tackles him out of bounds with a horse collar. Oh, 1st down. Here we go. Let's keep on going. And this is inside the 10 or whatever. So now it gets to the 3rd down again, and it's in the end zone, which is, I'm shocked they didn't say uncatchable. But they fucking tackled the guy in the end zone before the fucking ball got there. 1st down on the 1. This is before halftime, though. So now you're fighting the clock with no time, no timeouts, nothing like this. The first fucking play they do is you're on the 1 fucking yard line with the second coming of Brady, Mitch Trubisky back there. And they put 4 wide receivers and nobody in the backfield. And I'm like, you don't, for one, there's no room. You know, that's, I hate, even on the video games, I'm like, oh, fuck, inside the 5. Fuck. You know, you're just like, there's nowhere to go. There's too much, a lot of problems could go down. So he throws the ball and, you know, it gets knocked down. It's a miracle it's not intercepted. So the second play they decide to do, it's 20 seconds now. They now decide to run. And they go straight to the fucking wall and get stuffed. And, of course, everyone lays on the ground. I can't get up. I'm slow getting up. And the referees are not helping to fucking, let's move people. There's fucking no time, you know? They spike the ball with 1 second left and have to kick a field goal. And as the announcer said before they went to halftime, they said, this will be the first time a team going into halftime with the lead gets booed off the field. And they fucking did. And they were like, wow, you know it. He goes, I lived here a long time. So that's the fucking nutshell with old Nagy. And so one time they get to this red zone again. And this is the time they scored. And what they did was an I formation and just like a little bit, a half a sweep right and found a hole, but that right through. And so what you hear a lot on the radio is, you know, they're like, Nagy comes in and he always says, I wasn't brought here to do the I formation. Like, he needs to come up with the new offense of the fucking times. You can't just do regular. And someone even called in and said, on my Madden, the Bears playbook has I formation. How come we don't? And so it was like almost as spite. All right, I'm giving you the fucking I formation. You guys cry so much, and bang, it worked. And they were like surprised. And so one of the players was quoted saying after the fucking game, I didn't know we had I formation in a playbook. So that's what it's like. They don't do the normal. It's like you could line up like a fucking normal team. I mean, that's one of the things you do on the video game. Well, I do I formation constantly on the fucking video game. It's just a normal
fullback.
I don't know, but that's the thing. They shove a tight end in there, so it's and I'm like, just do
like
sweeps.
Belichick.
Yeah, you can make ends meet here because you could do sweeps and that running into the line shit where they just get stopped. But when it's 4 downs prior, I would just keep on fucking running. If you can't get a fucking yard, you don't deserve to fucking do anything anyway. So, I mean, they're constantly with this. So at the end of the game now, what you're hearing a lot about this missed field goal is there is 47 seconds left. And they get into the fucking victory formation and kneel down. And they're like asking him, what the fuck are you doing? They're like, no, I trust the kicker. I trust the kicker. It's 41 yards.
Yeah, it's a chip shot.
Yeah, right, 41, a chip shot. He missed from 31 earlier. You might want to fucking think about it. But at the same time, I'm like, I do understand you do not want to throw the ball here. I highly understand that, but I would run. And his excuse, and he says, if I had to do it again, I still wouldn't. I never second-guessed this call. There's, like, defiance. Like, how dare you even think that? He says, well, if a team knows what you're going to do, you're going to fucking lose yards. I'm like, how many times have you known this team's going to run, and they still fucking run? And you're like, well, all right, my balls are bigger than yours. Let's see who fucking beats each other here. You know what we're going to do? And what are you going to lose? A fucking yard or two? Maybe the same.
Pete Carroll lost the game because of that.
Yeah, because he didn't fucking run.
He didn't run.
He didn't run. There you go. He threw. Fuck it. They know what we're going to do. Okay. Well, then fucking stop me. The guy's been running all day. And meanwhile, Montgomery had the best game he had of his career up to this point.
Yeah, I read about that.
Yeah, and what's funny is they're like, oh, look at this. And they're like, well, yeah, he's been given the ball 5 times in each of the last games. Fuck, you kind of have, you haven't had a chance to say, oh, look at this guy. Well, fuck. So his whole thing is, well, what if I throw an interception at the end there? And what if we fumble? Then you guys are yelling at me for not just kneeling down. And it's like, oh, fuck. I don't think anyone would say, why are you handing off the ball trying to get more yards when you're at the fucking 40? I'm like, nope. It's pretty fucking normal with that much time left. And so, of course, he fucking misses and, the world fucking melts from all this shit. And I'm just like, oh, I look at the coach now and I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, it's just not, he just can't be fucking do a normal, I'm just going to call normal fucking plays. And I do understand him having to say, he can't go out there and go, well, I have a fucking shit quarterback I have to fucking try to do stuff with. Because I guarantee you in private, that's the conversation. It's, how in the fuck am I supposed to do my coaching scheme with a guy who can't throw the fucking ball and who's happy feet and fucking terrified and throwing on when there is a guy open, he overshoots him because he did that too. Gabriel was fucking on a fucking post route open and he overshot him by 2 fucking yards. So it's constantly with that. He can't hit anyone in stride. When he does, it's like, oh fuck, look at that. He'll have those flashes, but he's not capable. I keep him as for like less money, obviously for that shit deal. I keep him as a backup, no problem. Fantastic backup. You come in and do some cleanup, but for continuing a fucking season and they're saying, oh well, the coach is never gonna get fucking fired. He was coach of the year last year and fucking Pace is fucking executive of the year. kind of hard the next year just say you're fired. That's the issue. But I don't know. Listening to the OB show and everything, they're talking about, there's no way. And they said, someone brought up the thing, what if they don't win a game the rest of the year?
Oh.
And they said, if that happens, I guarantee he's fired. He'd have to be fucking fired. Yeah. So at this point, for me, I don't like this last game. I wasn't angry watching it. I was more like, you guys are fucking assholes when I watch it, because I already feel it's already done. It's all of a sudden. I mean, I can't imagine somebody flips a fucking switch and they, are juggernauts again. It's like everything fell into place last year, and they're right back to fucking Cinderella. Fucking Klopp struck midnight here. And that's what the Bears are good for. Every fucking 20 years, they'll fucking have a great season. You go, oh, you got my fucking dick hard for a minute. Now I realized again. I'm like, they just can't pick a quarterback if they're fucking like, you should know better when they signed Glennon. I mean, we all fucking knew that. We don't even fucking work there. We know that Glennon was shit. It's like, why would you think Glennon was going to be a good fucking player? He was fucking horrible.
Did they expect him like he was going to be there for a while? Like, because I remember when the Niners got Hoyer, it was like
$70 million fucking dollars.
Niners got Hoyer. It was kind of like, well, we're not expecting much. We know he's just like a fill. You know what I mean? A fill gap or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, there you go.
Stop gap.
Yeah, the bridge for whoever you draft, but. Fucking $70 million fucking dollars? That's not us. This is our new quarterback, and all proud. Guy's neck longer than my leg.
Did they end up trading him or cutting him? What happened?
He's on the Raiders. They cut him. The next year he was gone.
Some money.
Yeah, that was when Mitch was drafted, and so everyone was screaming, "Put Mitch in," and he did. The problem was with Fox. All he did was run. And it was like, let's see what the fucking guy can do. We need to know. And he did fucking wells, and he did enough. And it was like, okay, there's some hope here. And then you got to learn this Nagy system, which is fucking Chinese arithmetic. Sorry, Faust, no offense.
I thought you were going to say Chinese fire drill.
With
all the gimmicks.
Is that not allowed to be said, Chinese fire drill?
Asian fire drill.
Because you do hear it in the first fucking 2 minutes of the OB show, by the way. I couldn't believe when they fucking said that. We'll get to in a minute. But yeah, they don't know how to pick a fucking quarterback. And apparently, like what they've talked about Minshew, they go, "Oh yeah, we really liked him," and everyone goes crazy now from it. They're like, "He was taken in the 6th. You really liked him, and you didn't fucking take him." Like they do the whole thing where you should take a quarterback every year in the draft. That's whose fucking rule was that? I thought it was a Niner thing, or is that a fucking Patriot thing? Somebody said that. Like it was either Belichick or Walsh that was like, you should take a quarterback every fucking year.
Because you never know.
Yeah, and I mean, fuck, these things happen. Somebody, you fall out of the fucking sky. So now they're got to deal with this, and now I'm like, okay, who would you guys prefer if you were on this situation? And you have to get a quarterback from somebody next year, because I guarantee you somebody's coming in. You can't have a window like this with an actual legitimate chance to go to the fucking Super Bowl. I think you probably got a 2-year window with that defense. So next year is like the last real good one, and then it's going to start to shrink. And it's like, okay, the offense will get great when the defense is fucking trash now. They'll lose fucking 40-35 now. So they were talking about Foles, and I'm always worried with Foles because of just what we saw when he's not with the Eagles. I see not as great. It's like he's good there. Plus his price tag is quite a bit fucking hefty. I hear a lot of people always talk about Carr. I would take Carr. I would take Carr in a fucking minute. But his price is a blast too. You hear about Andy Dalton a lot, which I go, I mean, listen, anyone's better than Mitch. But
the recently benched Andy Dalton?
Yes. Who I'm shocked they didn't trade then. Why the fuck wouldn't you trade him? And then Mariota is a name that constantly comes up. And I'm like, They think that might be that whole scenery deal with him.
Is Skinny Joe in the mix?
No,
No, he has not been talked about. Thank God. Thank God.
about
Our
Teddy
Skinny
Bridgewater?
Joe, he has been mentioned many times, and they're like, he ain't going anywhere. He knows damn well. And especially if Breeze is looking to maybe do one more year. Why would you fucking leave that system? You're already built in and ready to go. Peyton's not leaving. You know, you're set to fucking go still. My thing right away was I go, how about we fucking fire Nagy and you grab that fucking Chase McDaniel and you tell him to go whisper to goddamn Tom. You say, hey, I'm the fucking offensive guy over here now in Chicago. I get the same plays. And get him to come over because that whole rumor about Tom going somewhere, which I heard fucking the Chargers last and I couldn't fucking believe. Why in the fuck would you ever do that? It's not like Rivers is some garbage fucking quarterback. So it's not like, oh, that's all they're missing. They fucking constantly, everyone's always hurting, and Rivers does fucking great anyway. But yeah, they're talking about, well, next year there'll be competition for Mitch or whatever, and you know he'll still probably be there, but because he's still on that rookie contract, it doesn't hurt to keep him. You keep him as your backup. Who gives a shit? But this is the quandary of my fucking life. So I kind of do want them to, continue to lose, and I want Mitch to be the one out there. I don't want Mitch benched. I want them to, have the no doubt so this does not continue. I can't have
leave him out there.
My nightmare, and I told this to baby Jonathan. What's his name, Fausti?
BJ.
Old BJ?
Old BJ. You guys are going to be Raider fans, I heard.
I said that to him the other day. I told him, I think you were right. We should fucking go to the Raiders. I go, you had it right the first time. I said to him, here's the fucking nightmare. The last 3 games of the year, Mitch all of a sudden's a fucking juggernaut. He's throwing the ball all over, dropping fucking dimes all over everybody, blowing the fuck out of everybody. What? And I said, and then they'll go, did he turn the corner? Do we keep him for next year and continue this? And then he'll start next year and be fucking Happy Feet fucking Jones and shit all over himself again. Oh, fuck.
When they play the Packers again?
It's toward the end of the year. It's like the 15th of December. Yeah, so I think it's going to get, like, there's certain teams, I think it's going to get real fucking ugly, man. I think that Packer game's going to be fucking ugly. I think that's going to be a butt fucking. Like, Rodgers gonna stroke that mustache when he sees this team. I'm like, and that's the thing. The defense could be fucking as good as they could be, but I think they're gonna turn over the ball 50 times on their own fucking 20. So you can't really do much to fucking stop that kind of shit. But, yeah, I think that's gonna be a fucking rape. I think that Dallas should fucking rape them. I think this week's gonna be a good old fashioned butt fucking too. But you never know which fucking Eagle team shows up either. When their backs are against the wall, they do wells. They fucking when it's an easy fucking game to win, they fucking fall over themselves. So, this is the NFL season for me. I'm gonna have to see what happens with the Niners this year. I expect the Niners to be just like the Bears and get into the playoffs and lose immediately. Say, oh, fuck. I really want to see when the Niners play, like, some of these fucking teams. Like, I want to see, like I would say last year, remember I said, oh, this is kind of like a measuring stick. I like to see where my team is, like when they played the Rams. You go, okay, well, let's see if they're really, who, as Dennis Green would say, let's see who they are, or who I thought they were. And see, like, when they go up against that kind of shit. I mean, they had the Rams, but it's like, will the Rams be better later now? With more time.
Yeah, that was the problem with beating the shit out of the Panthers, because the Panthers they weren't a great team, but they're a pretty good team, and they beat the shit out of them. I was like, hey, man, don't beat them too good, because now people are going to think they're really a shitty team.
Yeah, that's another thing. You go, it questions you more if Carolina's shitty than it does if the 49ers are that great.
Yeah,
I can't figure it
quarterback
out.
lost a game. He had never thrown an interception.
Yeah. And you go, well, okay, all butt fight. Who wants to smoke, Faust?
They wanted all the smoke.
And fucking delete. He deletes it. Oh, that's so great. Jesus Christ. Fucking, we want all the smoke. 50 fucking points up your ass.
Smoked, all right.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's fucking bad.
Even after the game, one dude was talking shit on the Panthers. The D lineman, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. And they told Bosa, like, oh, yeah, they just, what's his name, just said, they're pretty good, but they're, nothing great.
Shit. How much you have to
Bosa's
fucking
like, who
score?
said that? He's like, yeah, whatever.
I was going to tell you guys, if you guys could start scoring some points, you'd be a really good team. Fucking Christ. I'm like, those are the games to enjoy. You sit back. There's no worry about you. Let me just sit back and watch this fucking police report go down here and fuck them, You don't have to fucking, every fucking play I'm going to throw up. Like, it's odd because when I watch mine, as soon as I see Mitch throw the ball, the fucking cold wave of sweat runs over you. You're like, oh, is it going to be intercepted? That's all you think is, where's this going? It's never the thought, never mind Rodgers being perpendicular again. Holy fucking hell, dude. I'm just watching this, and I go, maybe I should just try to fucking appreciate this, because it's very difficult, though. It's very fucking difficult to do.
It's hard when it's,
When it's your own, because I'm like, well, when Favre then went to the Jets, I didn't give a shit. I'm like, that's fine now. But I've fucking seen this story too many fucking times. And I'm like, I go, wow, so this does happen to other teams other than just to the Bears, where he's falling down upside down and he throws it off his asshole and it lands perfectly in someone's fucking hands. I go, I'm used to only seeing that happen to my guys, but apparently this happens all over the place. Let's play some OB, shall we?
Yes, sir.
We've waited a fucking week. This isn't right. I don't like that. We've been waiting for we're waiting all day for Sunday night for us. That's what
the Hawks.
That's what. Thank God. Fuck, there's noise already.
The Hawks.
The Hawks. Okay, so here we go.
Or you lose it. This will be the final play of the game. Snap, hold, kick is wide left.
The way the cheer, you would think they were in the wrong place. I think it's more of a gasp.
By a final score of 17-16.
So I feel physically sick. You can't lose that game. You can't make up how it ended, started, went, all of it. As the Chargers do beat the Bears at Soldier Field, just unbelievably 17-16, as the Bears are now under 500 at 3-4. Their season very much on the brink. And Hamp will be with Kaz with you till 5:30 today on 720 WGN, 312-981-7200. Gentlemen, OB, you look more than ready to go. Go ahead, my friend.
I'm just going to tell you, again, I cannot believe what's going on with this football team, with a defense that, yes, can get you and almost give you a chance to win the Super Bowl. And we have a coach by the name of Nagy.
By the name of Winooski. Fucking reminds me of fucking Clerks every time he does that. The name's Winooski.
Does not understand the game at this level. He does not understand the game at this level. How is it possible that you could be on the 6-yard line, goal to goal, and not one time do you throw to somebody or try to score a touchdown to somebody in the end zone? How is that possible? You come back again, on the 4-yard line, and you have another 4 downs to score a touch, and you don't even attempt to get into the end zone? You got to be kidding me.
So he's talking about every time they threw it was fucking like screen passes. They never tried to throw it in the end zone, except for the fucking one where they got the penalty called.
This guy's an imbecile. My God, you let a 5-2 team a 5-2 team halfway through this season and come in here into Chicago, our ballpark, and take away a victory from us because of a stupid coach who plays scared to death offense. This guy, I've got it up to my eyebrows with this Nagy. And the other kid who we got, Herky Jerky, by the way, and that's the name of the quarterback. Just watch him play football, folks. He is not a starting quarterback in the National Football League. Never has, and he never will be. I'm so aggravated that a team could come in like this and take a victory away from us because of a stupid, gutless coach.
Are you referring mostly to
Nagy?
Right.
Did I say it loud enough?
You did, Ob. I just want to underline, you're not talking specifically on taking a knee or going to victory formation at the 20. You're talking about not going for the end zone early combined, correct?
That's exact. How many touchdowns have we scored this year? You go back to the playoff game last year at home against the Eagles, and we score one touchdown with less than a minute to go? And we start out this first, 3 or 4 games. How many touchdowns we score? 1 or 2 in the first 3 or 4 games this year? What's going on with this guy?
All right, OB, I mean, yeah.
I'm not apologizing for anything I said here.
No.
This guy, I can't.
Flabbergasted is the word, OB. Hey, you know what? And I said this during the game, Mark Carman. I said, you know what? This is an embarrassment to pro football. To have a certain level of competence with the certain players that we have and to be playing this bad, this scared, this gutless. I got to tell you, I detest this team. I from top to bottom, they play gutless, and I don't want to hear about the defense. I don't want to hear about this and that. What OB says is dead on. It's right at the heart of the matter. We've got a so-called head coach that's playing like he's got his head up, you know what. And at some point...
Where is that, Faust? Faust. Greg, did he disappear or what?
I guess so, yeah.
Or is he on mute because he's with Austin, right? Well, you tell me. Where's his head? You know where? I don't understand.
No, I was listening, but then I was also listening to the SVU theme song in the background, and I was trying to figure out where I was coming from, so I lost his train of thought.
Where's the SVU? What are you talking about?
There was some kind of SVU, the Law and Order SVU theme song was playing in the background somewhere.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. You know what's funny is because you're right underneath my fucking TV, but I had it down to like the 2 decibels. I was like, wow, what are you talking about? Because that's actually on right now. All right.
The fans
deserve
so much better. You know, and I said this, at the end of the first half when the Stumble Bums almost blew a chance to get a crip shot field goal because they don't have any idea what they're doing when they get in the red zone. They're so incompetent. But all that being said, we had a chance to be able to win this game until the bumbler Trubisky. And think about this. Baseball, you got closers that come in. We need a closer as a quarterback, and that could be Chase Daniel. Somebody's got to keep this idiot from costing us football games. You know and I know. At the end of the Raider game, if Chase Daniel played the fourth quarter, we probably win that game.
So what the fuck? I'm like, what game is he thinking of? If Chase Daniel played the fourth quarter in the Raider game, he played the whole fucking game in the Raider game and threw an interception at the end to end the game.
He wasn't talking about today's game?
He said, and if he played in the Raider game, if Chase Daniel played. So I'm like, what other fucking game was at the end they fucked up like that then? Because I'm like...
Because the backup's always the most popular player, right?
Oh, of course. And I'm like, I just don't know what game he's thinking of. Because the Raider game was Chase Daniel. So, fuck's he talking about?
If he would have played today in the fourth quarter, we probably would have won this game. But what does the bumbler do? He throws a stupid interception, and then, with no pocket presence at all, he gets a bull rush tackle into his lap, and then he tries to, stumble around, and he fumbles the ball, giving them a red zone opportunity to score and take the lead. Guys, I'm telling you, this team It's gutless and it's rotten. And I knew it this summer when you and I went to the 100-year anniversary. They were strutting around. Coaches, players.
They were strutting around.
Everybody was strutting around like they had done something. They didn't do a damn thing last year. They didn't do dip. And here's the thing. Yeah, they went 12-4. But they squandered away a chance to do something in the playoffs by being a Chinese fire drill here at Soldier Field, score one touchdown, just like today, and got their butts handed to them by a crap team. The Philly team was a crap team. This is a bigger crap team. They're not 5-2, OB. I think you meant 2-5.
I'm sorry. Did I say 5-2?
Now,
I meant 2-5. I apologize.
Now they're 3-5. And guess what? How does it feel at the bottom, bums? This team is at the bottom of the NFC North Division for the first time in well over a year. And you know what? They deserve it.
Hey, you know the thing is, and again...
In a year. So, other words, it was only 1 year that they've never been in just last place. It's constant.
To get back in. I mean, you got to come from somewhere, okay? This is the guy calling his shots. This is what they do in the offseason. This is what they do in training camp. This is what they do in the exhibition season. And this is what he does like he did last year. This guy will not throw the ball down the field. Well, I guess, obviously, he must believe Trubisky can't do that. And if that's the fact, then what the hell is he doing at a starting quarterback on the Chicago Bears? When we do have some team that we can win some games and we can get close to the Super Bowl, and they keep going with this kid. And I'll tell you what, sooner or later, Danny, sooner or later, something's got to happen. He's got to sit this kid down and give Chase Daniel a chance to move this team forward. The season's not totally over yet.
It's about winning games.
Winning. Trubisky will not win games for us, okay? He's scared to death. You see him. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But, boy, again, I'm telling you, for you folks who watched that game and for you people that were out there today, you saw exactly what kind of coach we have. The guy doesn't know what the hell he's doing as a head coach in the National Football League. And today, again, proved it. It proved it.
Well, the best story from today was Montgomery going 27.
Who cares? Hey, they used one drive after that. Hey, you know what? You got a quarterback like Trubisky, then you feature the run. But you know what? How many times did we go shotgun inside the 10-yard line today on the goal line? I mean, that is like it's sickening. And when we came out at the beginning of the third quarter and we ran the ball with purpose, guess what? We were running a conventional I formation, quarterback under center. But he thinks he's too cool, too smart, too smug to, he said these these announcers, oh, they didn't bring me in to run the I. Guess what, dummy? You better find something that wins a game. Because right now you're at the bottom of a division with nowhere to go.
Yeah. How long does he go on? And you know what, folks? You know the thing that's coming? There's some storms coming our way. We have not even really played some of the really good teams in the National Football League that are on our schedule. We haven't played them yet. We still got to go up to Green Bay. We got to play in Green Bay. We got to play in Detroit again. We got to play Kansas City. I mean, we got to play the Los Angeles Rams out there. We haven't played yet the really good teams in the league.
We got to go to Philly next week, and they killed Buffalo, a 5-1 team today.
And I'll tell you something, Nagy, if you don't loosen up, and if you don't start playing big time football, I hope the fans in this town run you out. To me, I'm done with you. You're a head
he should
coach.
Fire himself.
You are
he
not
should
a
fire
head
himself.
coach.
Yeah, he should fire himself, OB. Be a man. Fire yourself.
And if you don't,
you imagine he walks in the office. I'm firing myself. I'm done with this. I suck. Thanks for the opportunity as a head coach. I quit.
Hey, yeah, could you go call Charles Nagy into my office, please? Sir, you are Nagy?
If he goes out there,
right. Okay.
I'm talking about Trubisky, Mark. If he goes out there and plays another game like he basically plays, this town is going to turn against this guy so bad you're not going to believe it. Because you know what? We haven't won the World Championship here in 34 years since the great '85 team. Enough is enough. and you can't see it, that you have a quarterback that can't throw the damn football?
The boos were out early. They were out often.
The boos were the players of the game because you know what? Our team looked like a bunch at the Keystone Cup bums, and you know what? They came out in the third quarter. Why did they get in the I formation and run it with purpose? Because they had heard the boos. Nagy heard the boos. Everybody heard the boos, so they knew the fans had it up to here.
Well, and that's why I brought up Montgomery. He had a great day. You were running the football. The Chargers were terrible. All you needed to do was keep it on the ground, which is not what you want him to do, OB, but they would have won.
Well, wait a minute. I'm talking when you get in the red zone, you're on the 6-yard line, and you don't make one attempt to throw. How about Shaheen, our tight end, that's 6'6" or 6'7", have him go in the corner of the end zone. You're on the 6-yard line. Throw the damn ball 13, 12 feet in the air and hope the hell he catches it. Do something. Try to get the ball into the end zone so he can score a touchdown. Danny, Mark, and you, folks, am I right or am I wrong?
But you
don't even attempt it.
He decided himself.
You don't need to question yourself, OB.
God almighty.
They're all right with you, brother.
You know, and here's the really underbelly part of this is San Diego. They're a team going nowhere, and they knew it.
Well, yeah, because there's no San Diego. They can't go anywhere.
Coming in, and they wanted to go nowhere. They weren't playing the game hard.
Bingo.
They weren't trying to win this game until the bum throws the pick and then gives them a fumble. Then they're all of a sudden, hey, wait a minute. Hey, let's try to win. And then they come on and they score the touchdown to take the lead. And you know what? We would not change one word if we would have kicked a field goal that went through the uprights and we would have won the game. They deserve it for the way they played. And you know what? Sometimes you get in life what you deserve. Sometimes it's worse. Today is worse.
There's the other thing. You go back to the game in Denver when the refs gave them one more second on the
clock. Put it back on the clock.
To kick the field goal and win that game. Okay? If that doesn't happen, we've won 2 games this year. 2 games. And we're supposed to be in the hunt. And then whose fault is it? Whose fault did not have this, and I'm going to say it again because it's the God's truth. Who did not prepare this team during the offseason, when they went to camp, during the exhibition season, and have these kids ready to play? They want to win. I know damn well they want to win, and they're giving their heart out there. And this head coach with
Hey, whoa. Hey, I watch Eddie Jackson is window shopping on Michigan Avenue. He ain't hitting nobody. He ain't making a play on the ball. He's loafing. A bunch of these guys are loafing. And I'm telling you, want to watch the film with me? Come down here. I'm just telling you, OB, yeah, they say they want to win. It's obvious to me they can live with losing now.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm saying is they do. If they don't have that mindset going in, then we're really in trouble, Dan.
We're in trouble.
If what you're saying is true, then this season's over with, folks. Take off for Florida, California earlier. Let them go.
So that's the opening here. I have like three more clips now because we always like to do the opening first, which is about 13 minutes, and then I cherry pick a couple of great lines out. Jesus Christ! You know what's funny is we started this segment last year, right? One of the best fucking seasons the Bears ever had, and it was a great time for the show still because they still. You would never know the difference between the thing. Yeah, oh my God.
It's just more intense now with the losing.
Yeah, it is. And I really wish the show was on last week because that was really ugly. So we would have really heard a lot more.
I think Hampton's a little more fired up this year compared to last. I think it was just mostly OB yelling last year.
Yeah.
And Hampton would have his moments, but this year, fucking Hampton and OB are neck and neck.
Yeah, I think Hampton's like, hey, this guy's outdoing me. I better ramp it up a little bit.
I need to entertain.
Yeah, and fucking starts screaming, you fucking bums. I'm like, Jesus Christ. All right, here's another thing about that the quarterback is soft, and Nagy will never call plays ever again.
There's one bright spot. Dave Montgomery played well. Very well. 27 carries, 135 yards. The Bears offense was actually doing something. And then they started throwing the football. My favorite part of the fumble, by the way, in the fourth quarter when Trubisky turned it over was him picking up his hand warmer on the ground. What is it, 55 degrees over at Soldier Field today? What? And he's sitting there
55, like 60, yeah.
I don't get it.
Why does he even have a hand warmer?
Why does he have a hand warmer?
guys, I talked about this on Cochran's show Friday morning. You know, here the coaches are wearing monsters of the Midway sweatshirts, and your so-called, titular leader is out there with a hand warmer, and it's 60 degrees. Trust me, nothing screams phony punk more than a quarterback with a hand warmer. Jesus.
I have a question for our callers and for you, Mark. Let the caller. Well, let's go to the callers. Let them. I have a question. If it's a tough game in Philadelphia at halftime, do you make the change at quarterback? Do you bring Chase Daniel in?
Yes.
I don't think they will, but I would have done it.
Can't.
I'd love to hear it from our listeners.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the deal. The answer is yes, they should, but the arena boy ain't going to do it because he'll get spanked by Daddy Pace because, they've got their golden child, Trubisky, Pace. They've got to prop up.
Before we go, these two guys will get fired, Pace and Nagy. And I'll tell you what, Nagy will never be a coach again in the National Football League or an offensive coordinator, okay? And Pace, what's burned in his forehead is that those passing on those two quarterbacks and him waiting and giving away almost an entire third draft to move up one to draft this kid. That's on Pace's head, and he will never be a general manager again. And this guy, Nagy, we got will never be a head coach again. Write it down. Mark my words on it.
I love it. That's the staple every time. Gave up the entire draft to move up. I wait on that one every time. Let's see. Okay, we'll go to 29, 32. Okay, this is just him fucking screaming some more. Let me see. Here you go.
Perfectly what we need from last couple of weeks. Losses going into this game. We have a 2-5 team coming in here that have already looked like they mailed it in. And it kind of looked when the first half like some of them were mailing it in. And they come in here in our home, and they walk out with a win. And we score 16 points. 16 points. And you want to look, okay, what is the offensive defense? No, it's right. And Glenn, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's right on Nagy and his coaching staff's head. I'm not going to put this on the players. I'm sticking it right on Nagy.
So he's going to come out with the line that Greg loved best about what Nagy was used to do for a job for Andy Reid. They mentioned it.
His head, because I firmly believe he doesn't know what the hell he's doing as an offensive coordinator, let alone a head coach.
I mean, I think if we go ahead, Cuz.
Well, I'm going to say he's part of Andy Reid's tree, and so he gets a free pass. But we've documented what he did when he finally got to call plays in Kansas City. He was awful, right? Think about the playoff game.
What did he say?
That's one of my favorite lines ever. Fucking, he's part of the Andy Reid tree. Yeah, he must have been one of the leaves that fell off.
That's good.
Points and they lost. So. Yeah, I mean that's right. It really is. You can't. You've got to create a way to score from the 2-yard line. I mean, think about this: 1 touchdown from the 2-yard line, and this game is a victory. That's all you had to do, right? Am I right or wrong? I mean, it's not hard.
How about
and
4 plays?
First down.
How about 4 plays from the 6-yard line?
I don't care where it is, but you know what I'm saying, Ed. I mean, think about it. You are in the red zone. And all you got to do is come up with a play to get into the end zone. And, part of it is, you don't have a competent quarterback. Well, that's not his fault. But there's ways to figure out how to put it in the end zone without having the greatest quarterback. You see teams do it all the time. So, I mean, this is on Matt Nagy's head. It will be on his head.
Yeah, it is.
And he will work again, though. Don't kid yourself, guys. He'll be working for somebody.
Glenn, real quickly, he will get a job, but not as a head coach, as that offensive coordinator. Maybe special teams or whatever, the good old boys club, but he will never be an offensive coordinator or head coach
I
again.
guarantee Andy will bring him back, and he'll be Andy's OC, and Andy
Making
calls all
dinner
the plays.
reservations.
You know how that goes. I mean,
I'll
come
make
on,
a little
let's
wager
don't
on
kid
that one,
ourselves.
Glenn.
All right, one last thing, guys.
That's it. Making dinner reservations. Oh, God. Okay. Two more. And they're both phone calls. This one guy, and no, it's not me. We've heard him before, and it's almost like a guy doing a black guy impression. Remember that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
From a while
Boogly
back.
boogly. Yeah, holy mackerel, he sounds like. So, yeah, this guy's just great to fucking... It's startling. So here you go.
Big time chicken. All right, real fast. Let me get Calvin in Hyde Park. OB, you want some callers? Let's get a caller in here.
Yeah.
Calvin's one of our best. What's up, Calvin? Welcome to WGN.
Guys, thanks. I tell you, they have two initials for Mr. Page, GM. Guess what that spells? SHIT, which means simply how I think. That's the only way this cat could be a general manager. Mr. Nagy, he can go back and get up under the armpit of Andy Reid if you want to. I don't care. But the way the Bears played today, won the touchdown. I should say touchdown. It was one, but he overthrew the ball to Gabriel out there. He's wide open like a rusty gate. I can't believe the way they playing.
Well, hello.
What I'm saying is, you have to damn near scrap everybody, man. That's why I'm not going to spend no $300 or $400 no more to go watch a damn game. It don't make no sense. It's like trying to find a virgin in the maternity ward. I'm not doing it.
I'll tell you.
And people as a whole, I don't know if they listen at me or what, but I'm telling you, it's not worth my time, my effort, my hard-earned money. Now, if you battle and if you fight like the way OB did and Hemp did, I don't mind that so bad. I don't feel like I lost much. But when you out there playing garlic and gas, a cool breeze from you know what, I don't have to deal with that. Guys, once again, thanks for taking my call.
Great.
I love it. You got as much chance of finding a virgin in the maternity ward. Jesus Christ.
Sound like someone doing a Mike Singletary impersonation.
Oh my God, it's so fucking good. I'm like, how is this real? Wide open like a rusty gate. Whoa.
It's HIT.
Well, you know what GM stand for? SHIT. I'm shocked they allowed that. What does GM spell? SHIT. That's a long way for a joke right there. You're a traveler. Oh my God. Okay, let's see where this one is. 122. Okay. This guy actually talks about your quarterback. I don't know what your quarterback's name is, and neither does he.
All the things we talked about.
312-981-7200.
Now, what could his name possibly be, by the way? You want to take bets on that one?
Garapolio.
Jimmy Brady.
Jimmy Brady. I don't know if Garoppolo is pronounced Brady, but nonetheless. There you go.
But there's people I'm seeing online that are burning the Trubisky jersey. Don't be an idiot. Just if you don't have to wear the jersey, but just don't be a moron. All right, let's get Pat from Westchester in here on 720 WGN. Go ahead, Pat.
Great show, guys. The best show, post-game show ever.
Thanks, Pat.
No problem. I got 2 quick points. 1 point, the first one, they had a chance to go out with Garoppolo when he was with New England. He was a free agent. They should just gave him the money. Whatever draft picks, so be it. You see him now? Before he got hurt last year, he was doing good, too. So if they had him and he's under tutelage of Tom Brady, he's watching Brady perform, that's a no-brainer. Go after the guy. They should have went after him. The other quarterbacks you mentioned, Mahomes and Watson, are great too. Don't get me wrong, but they should have went after Garoppolo. I don't know why they didn't go after him. Come on, you want to win a Super Bowl. If they had him with this defense, oh God, they'd be right up there with the Packers, probably passing the Packers up in the win-loss column.
All right, Pat, appreciate it.
Hey, Pat, let me tell you something. You're exactly correct.
Jimmy Garoppolo. Not Garoppolo, but that's fine.
Close
enough. Trubisky.
I saw Garoppolo at the zoo the other day.
Jimmy, his parents are right in Rolling Meadows. The kid went to Rolling Meadows High School. Like nobody, and he was a hell of a quarterback there. Then he goes to Eastern Illinois. Where's that? 3.5 hours from here? Is that a mystery to the Chicago Bears?
Yeah, but that's all true, OB.
Tony Romo, Eastern Illinois, 3.5 hour ride. Was he a mystery to the Chicago Bears?
You know, the old you can't see the forest for the trees kind of deal. I mean, they're all around, but we go and move up in the draft to get this guy.
And there's your OB show for the week. Glad to have you back, OB.
That intro was fucking money well spent.
My God. Like Hampton said, he goes, I think I saw a Garoppolo at the zoo the other day. Oh, man. All right. Shall we get into the NFL?
Let's shall.
For years, the boys in the Lingus Mafia have made their NFL picks with precision.
I think the Rams will win it. But I can also see the Patriots win too.
With an uncanny ability to see the future.
Jimmy Garoppolo is battle-tested and never gets hurt. I look for him to be the clear MVP in 2018.
And with a complete knowledge of an NFL product.
Anyone who knows football knows clearly that Christian Okoye will outrush his counterpart, Corey Dillon, this weekend in Minnesota. Obviously.
So it is time, once again, for the boys in the Lingus Mafia to make their picks in the National Football League.
Oh, Faustin Gregorio.
Yeah.
It's time once again. It is time for week 9.
Cheer.
The trade deadline has come and go, much like me with many different strange. Oh, you guys
about your Bear season.
That too. I'm like, is it over yet? But you know what? I watch all the games, so I still don't want it to be done with. And I enjoy. Because once it's over, Faust, what will I be saying?
Where's my football? And then the XFL will start.
Yeah, and I'm going to be watching XFL. I won good money this weekend on football. I had a 17 parlay that hit.
Jesus.
Yeah, how about that? But it's less money because that's just straight up win. I'm like, no points. These are my guarantees who's going to fucking win. And there were 7 that were pretty fucking easy to pick. So that worked. So I got good money on there. You get like $60 for 5. You know, so I'm like, okay, that's good. Like I say, I only do my parlays of $5 whole. But what's great is old Billy Boy, he goes, can you do me a favor? I said, what's this? He says, I need you to subscribe to a guy who does like handicap and picks and all that shit. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? And he goes, well, the guy said last week, he says, if you sign up for the season, $200 for the rest of the year, and here is my lock play. If you play this, if it fucking loses, I'll give you the money back and you still get the rest of the fucking year for free. And he says his lock last week was the Bears. -3. And I told him, I go, what are you, fucking crazy? I go, why would you ever bet on the fucking Bears? I go, I wasn't sure, and I watched this team. And so he contacts the guy and goes, well, give my money back now. And the guy blocks him. He blocks him and comes go for it. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Artist.
Yeah, no shit. So I'm like, what kind of business is this? So he says, ask the guy how much like things are and stuff, because he's been like, the guy does tennis a lot. He does tennis, no college, some basketball and some football, but tennis constantly. And he hits them all. And I'm like, whatever. So I asked the guy, and
for you,
Faust, you probably saw it. We were doing the DMs on the Lingus. And he said $100. I said, okay.
Oh, that guy.
That was
I did see that.
So then Billy paid for it. So now, since Billy's banned, I have to be on the thread, and every time something comes through, I send it to him. So I'm getting all these picks for free, which I'm like, all right, the guy's hot in tennis. Every fucking tennis one, I just bet fucking $5-10. And he fucking wins every time. I'm like, you double your money, double your money, double your money. So I started the fucking weekend with like $40, and I got like 110.
Nice.
Like, all right, fuck it. I was like, I don't know anything about this, but I'll throw down $10. Who cares?
Hey, it's movie money.
Yeah, that's one fucking movie for me. I have to save up because Star Wars is coming. All right, last week, this is what happened. Oh, and I forget to circle the last one here, so we might have to do math together again.
I'll let Greg do it.
Okay, that's a win for me. That's a win for Faust. And that's a win for Gregorio. Now, this was a pretty fucking easy week, except for me. Because Fausti and Greg both went 13-2.
Hey now.
Yes. So, Greg, you originally had 65. Now, I want you to do the math. And you have to explain.
78.
Now, listen.
Slow it down for everyone.
Yeah, you do. Okay. So, let me write this on the other side here. 78.
All right. So you have 65, right?
You have 65. Now
And
what? Now what's the next process? For
now
that?
you put 13 right underneath.
Okay.
Now the little 5 and the little 3 line up. So you add those two together, and you put an 8 right below the 5 and the 3.
Well, I figured the harder one for you was going to be the 40.
The 40?
Yes, because now you have 2 loss.
To 40?
Yes.
So 42.
Okay. See, there you go. Now that's what your score is. You have a 78 and 42. Now, Faust...
I had to pull out my shoes for that one.
Now, Faust was 66-39.
Oh, he could do his own math problems.
Well, here's how to do this one very easily. Now, if you originally had 65 and you got 13, that took you to 78. Now, Faust had one more than you before. So if you do that, you could cut out the entire math, and you could figure you would just add one more to that total, which would
Let me get my neighbor over here to get an extra total.
79 is it called? Yeah, how's she looking? How's she look?
Actually, on either side, I have a family on one side and an older African-American gentleman on the other.
Oh, look at you.
This way, he used to have this lowered Dodge pickup, like with the big wheels and the dubs and the tonneau cover.
Mm-hmm.
It used to look like the pussy wagon from Kill Bill. That's
funny.
That's what my ex used to come over there. Hey, who drives the pussy wagon? I found out it was him. My neighbor drove it. He sold it though.
So I ended up I was 12-3. So the totals are 75 and 45 for me. And then you have Gregorio with 40 and 42. Oh, no, I'm looking at this wrong. 70, yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it? The expert play Gregorio now. 78 and 42. And then you have Fausti with 79 and 41.
9.
Could I tell you something real quick funny about our pick'ems in our Confidence League?
Go ahead.
So everybody either had 2 or 3 games wrong.
Okay.
Nobody had 4 wrong or more. Everybody had 2 or 3. So I won the week because the games that I put 1 point and 2 points on are the ones I lost.
Ooh,
and that was the Bills I put 1 point and the Bears I put 2 points.
Ah.
So I got those. And then Tao Lee was second, and he had his number 2 and number 3 he got wrong.
Oh, shit.
And same with Chess Rockwell. He had 2 and 3. He had 2 on the Bills and 3 on the Bears. And then
I had 1, 2, and 3. My 1, 2, and 3 point teams were wrong.
Yep.
Wow.
Then Greg had 1, 2, and 3, and then Rob was in last. But I mean, he had 105 and I had 117, so it wasn't a huge gap. And like I said, he had 3 wrong, but he had 2 on the Bills, 3 on the Bears. But what did him in is he had 10 on the Panthers.
Oh shit! He went for the fucking glory on that.
Him and Goose both had 10 on the on Carolina.
See, that's the scary thing, because every once in a while I've tried to, I go, fuck it, I'm going to, break the bank by doing, the Bears on something where nobody's, you're not sure, and so you go, fuck it, do it at 10. One of those things, and because then you would bite somebody by being able to get that high.
Yeah.
But as soon as you fuck up, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're zagging while everyone's zigging.
Yes, exactly. So, first, this is a Thursday night game. I didn't even realize this was Thursday. The 49ers going into the Sea Red. Are you going, Greggy boy?
It's got a trick or treat.
Yeah, I'm trick or treating with my daughter instead.
Well,
I remember when this came on the schedule, I was like, oh, maybe I'll go down to Arizona for the Niners game. And then I see it's Halloween. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yep.
Shit, I was gonna see if I could go trick or treating with you, Fausty, this year.
You gonna drive out here?
I would be already out there. I'm already there.
For
That's
work,
yeah. I'm like, well, shit.
Go home
I'm already,
late.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
She's the Dutch has been working till fucking guy like Lashley at work until like 9 at fucking night, 8 at night. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ! For like a couple weeks, they're putting in some system or some shit. So I'm like, well, I go, you gonna be home? I want to walk the fucking neighborhood. All dressed up. What the fuck?
Hit up the Rose Garden.
Yeah, something. Oh, that's where you go. You get a full-size
where we
candy
at.
bar there, baby. That's it. Okay, 49ers going into the Cardinals. I got the 49ers. Faust.
Yeah, hopefully they're not looking ahead to the Seahawks, but I'll take the Niners.
Greg.
And then after
49ers.
the game, they're going to thank them for taking Kyler Murray first so they could take Bosa.
Yeah, I know. This is going to be a matchup for fucking years now. All right. Texans going into the Jagoffs. Faust.
Even though J.J. Watt is out for the season again, I will take the Texans.
Yeah, his motherfucker always fucking hurt. Clockwork, this fucking guy. Greggy boy.
This is the London game, right?
It is.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 9:30 a.m.
There you go.
Even
You go
though-
9:30. That's not bad. Oh yeah, that's East. Shit.
Oh shit, man! I really want to take Jacksonville because they're the quote home team, but I'm gonna go with Watson and the two Texans.
Okay, I am going with the Jagoffs. You know what's funny is I look at the schedule, look ahead, like, oh, when I'm in New York, what's going to be going on, you know? And I go, oh, the Bears are playing the fucking Giants.
In Jersey?
No. No. But I'm like, but it'll be on TV for me to watch.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm like, good. I get to watch it on fucking TV. And then the Jets are home, of course, and they're playing the Raiders. I go, what the fuck? I go, geez, like I never fucking left. I get to see these games. Redskins going into the Bills. Greg.
Buffalo.
I will pick Buffalo as well. Fausty.
Won't choke like the Buffalo Bills.
Okay. Titans going into the Panthers. I will pick the Panthers to bounce back on this one because they want to smoke.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
I was waiting. Fausty.
Yep, Panthers.
Greggy.
Panthers.
The Vikings going into the Kingdom. It's like fucking Walking Dead over here. The Kingdom. I bet you Mr. Holmes plays again, too. And Suit sent me a question. He said, a one-eyed snake? No, a one-eyed charcoal Brissette? Or a one-legged Patrick Mahomes? And I said, Mr. Holmes. All day. I see this fucking... Or no, not Brissette. What am I, crazy? It's the other black guy. Watson. All the same.
Yeah.
All look the same. Different color uniform, that's it. But I'm like, of course, this guy gets kicked in the face. He adjusts his fucking face masks and then throws in a fucking end zone for a touchdown. I go, yeah, we'll move up to get somebody else. Fucking assholes. Fucking assholes.
Is that the pass you said, too? He didn't even, like, see the receiver. He just knew who we were supposed to be.
Oh, for God's sake. Did you hear his explanation? It was about a week ago. They played on the radio, and someone said, well, what about this one play? Why did you do this? And he goes, was it this or something? Like, it sounded like he was kind of being condescending, like a dick, kind of like, oh, this fucking, you know, and the guy's like, no, and he goes, no, I'm not, I'm trying to figure out which one you mean. And he goes, because if it was this play, and he describes the entire defense. And then he goes, but or if it was this other play, it was because they were this, it was fucking madness. Mm-hmm. And he's like, so then you check down because they're 4 up and they're going to go. So we want the receiver to sit down when they're doing it. And it was like, oh, fuck.
The reporter's head was probably smoking.
Oh, it was. And they're like, and he goes, who said a black isn't smart enough to be quarterback? And I go, what kind of statement in the press conference? And I go, meanwhile, on the other side of the coin, you have Mariucci teaching Mitch saying, how would it sound if you were to do a hard count? Do you remember that? I should play that.
Yeah,
later
I do remember that. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. He didn't know what a hard count was. They go, no, that's not a hard. You were a college quarterback and you don't know what a hard count is. That's fucking. Move on up to second pick. Thank you. Let's get this guy.
To be fair, he only played like 8 college games.
Oh, motherfucker. I play Madden and know what a fucking hard. I know I hit the right trigger and he'll try to make someone jump off sides. All right. I'm picking the Kingdom of the Chiefs. Faust.
Oh God, I'm gonna pick the Vikings, but
you're crazy.
I'm gonna put the caveat in there if Mahomes plays.
I was gonna say you put the Gregorio in there.
Yes.
Oh, listen, you're gonna I'm gonna put you in the middle in limbo. Because if Mahomes starts, it's for the Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chiefs. Yep.
And if he doesn't start, you're taking the Vikings.
Yes.
Okay.
Problem with doing picks on Tuesday.
Possibly he gonna play. He could have fucking played last week. He gonna play. You can't keep on losing at home. What the fuck is this? I'm like, God damn! I thought that game was gonna be a butt fucking. And you know what's funny? As I said, I hate the Packers. They're gonna make me money if they're gonna work for me. So I took the Packers, and I gave the points, and I took the over. Bullseye. I get them both. Thank you. Greggy boy.
I'll take the Chiefs.
Okay. The Jets going into the Dolphins. Something's got to give. That's the title of this game. Fausti.
Oh, Dolphins making moves today.
Yeah, getting an injured Aqib Talib. Fucking crying Jordan Talib over here.
Hey, they were winning for a few minutes last night, huh?
Yeah,
14-0. I was like, fuck. I want them to be defeated.
Yeah, I put it on. I go, what is this shit?
I go, these fucking pinchy fucking Steelers. And now it might be the pinchy Jets. Fuck.
Did you hear Lev Bell was on the trading block?
Oh, yeah.
Today? Yeah.
Which, I don't know why he signed there in the first place. It wasn't like he got traded there. Why in the fuck would you sign there?
Must be the money.
Yeah, meanwhile, he could have had way fucking more money if he just re-signed with fucking Pittsburgh. But he said, how dare you offer me such a low amount?
Yeah.
All right, Jets for Faust. Greg.
I'll take the Jets.
And so do I. The Bears getting raped by the Eagles. Who will you pick, Faust?
All together now.
All together now.
All right, all of us on the Bears. Good.
What? Hold on, let me clarify.
Well, no harm, no foul with all of us going on to one side. Watch this be one of those fucking things, too, where it's they get fucking bit. It'll be all of a sudden it's team to go, who the fuck are they?
Mitch is going to be dropping dimes.
Yeah, fuck you. He can drop a dime now. He'd be like, you motherfucker, you better fucking get out there and get whooped. See Nagy progress as a coach here. The Colts going into the Steel City. Faust.
Colts.
Greg.
I'll take the Colts.
I will as well. The Fox going into the Seahawks. Greggy.
I'll take the Seahawks.
I will take the Seahawks as well. Faust.
Seahawks, as you well know, I will be rooting for the Buccaneers, though.
Yes. I got a lion in my pocket. I'm lying. Going into the Raiders. I will pick the Raiders. A real home game after 12 weeks. They need a map to be able to find the stadium.
Welcome back.
They might walk into the visitors' locker room. Look. And they're going to go, where's the field?
Either way, it's going to smell like piss.
Oh, fuck God's sake. Hey, I ran the bases over there before. And I went and peed in the fucking dugout, too. So, just so
nice.
you know. Faust.
Oh, man.
Yep.
It's actually a tough one.
It is a tough one.
As I like to say, fuck the Raiders. I'll take the Lions.
Greggy.
Are they going to have floats with paper flowers all over the place for the halftime show, for the homecoming for the Oakland Raiders?
Oh, Jesus, the homecoming game. I figured they'd be confused because there's no baseball field.
They're like, oh, we're at the right place. Now let's go next door.
Not comfortable. Let's get some dirt on the field.
I'll take the Raiders on this one.
Okay. The Browns. Baker taking the Browns to the Super Bowl, baby. Going against the Broncos. As Nagy, which is all over the fucking news, Nagy's asking the reporters, did you have a chance to watch the Colts game? Because he wanted to give an example about why you should kneel down and not go for it because someone fumbled or something. And all the radio people are like, they should have replied back with, no, because I was covering your fucking game. Fucking, did you watch the Colts game? What the fuck? Just trying to help himself out. I am picking the Browns. Faust.
Who the fuck is Brandon Allen? I don't know who he is, but I heard he's like the 6th starting quarterback in the last 2 years for the Broncos. So give me the Browns.
Still not as many as the Bears over the years. Greggy.
You think the Cleveland fans are cringing at all those insurance commercials that Baker Mayfield did?
Oh, God.
Or was it Progressive?
Yeah, where he's sitting in the fucking stadium. I go, wow,
Yeah,
this looks like me and the girlfriend. I go get her something. Where's my fucking straw? I got to get back up.
He's got to, what do you call it? He's got to mow the lawn and clean up after everybody.
Jesus Christ.
I'll take the Browns though for this one.
Okay. The Fudgies going into the fucking unstoppable Chargers. The problem is this is a home fucking home game for the Packers. I'll go with the Fudgies. Faust. Blow, pack, blow. Greggy.
I'll take Green Bay.
Patriots going into the Ravens. Patriots playing a fucking real team, but people say the Ravens aren't shit. Like, well, I don't know. I think the Ravens are good. I don't know why people don't qualify them as a good team.
They had the one they got blown out by, what was it, Cleveland, right?
Cleveland.
Yeah, it was like the one. Yeah, I'm like, well, divisional. I don't know. And then they went butt fucked the fucking Seahawks in Seattle.
Yeah.
So I'm
Did they drop like 59 points week 1?
Yeah, it was something.
Yeah, that was Miami though.
Oh, yeah, I guess that don't count. Never mind.
And then like I think either the next week or the week after they almost lost to the Arizona Cardinals by like just a touchdown, I believe.
And
you're right. They're shit.
And that face of Lamar Jackson got he looks like Takeo Spikes with that fucking jaw and neck.
Yeah, he looks more like a linebacker than a quarterback.
Oh, that's where they should yell. They say he's a running back. No, he's a fucking linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pick the Pats. Faust.
Patriots.
Greggy, don't be upset.
Don't sound so enthused. Yeah, all together now.
Okay, now.
Cowboys Monday night going against the G-Men, the Giants of New York. New York football Giants, as they like to say.
Of New Jersey.
Yes. By way of. I'll go with the Cowboys. Faust.
All together now?
Cowboys.
Okay. That's you know what? I'm not 1,000,000,000%, but I mean.
No, I don't know if I'll be using a lot of my confidence points on this game because
it should be.
Because it's interdivision. The Giants always play them tough no matter what.
And they're in Giantville, but
yeah.
I mean, I don't. They fucking scare me when they lost to the fucking Jets. You go, all bets are off. I can't trust shit.
Right.
You know, what the fuck is this garbage? I see those memes all over the place. Here's a graph of the fucking teams that the Jets beat, and the key is Cowboys. All right. What do you got for emails there, Frosty?
Oh, I got an email from Guy.
Hey, Guy.
What's up, boys? Arg. My Dolphins keep losing. I forgot he's a Dolphins
yeah,
fan.
Yeah.
Because he's from Miami. We are so close. We almost beat the Bills last week, and we had the Steelers last night. We have to beat the Jets this week. I don't care what our record is at the end of the season as long as we sweep the Jets. I guess Bears fans feel the same way about the Packers. What team do the Niners hate the most? Anyways.
Yeah, that is an interesting thing because I kind of know the answer, but it's very fucking interesting to talk about.
It depends who's good this year. So
it depends on which Niner fan you ask. If you ask me, I say the Rams because they've always been division
rivals. It should
rivals.
be the Rams.
Right.
But it is.
But a lot of people say Cowboys.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of it's
but they
usually
don't play 'em every
Cowboys,
year.
Cowboys or Raiders, which makes no fucking sense.
No, it does not. I don't get those fans either.
Division. Yeah, it should be your division. I mean, I understand the Seahawk thing because I
Seahawks because the Seahawks have been good in recent years.
Yeah,
So
and they're just they're new to your division semi, But I think of it almost as the Mets rivalry because for me it's almost like, well, who's good this year? Because I'm like, I hated Atlanta for so fucking long. And then they kind of they faded away, so I didn't really care. And then it turned into the fucking Phillies thing, so I'm like, fuck those motherfuckers. And then it turned into Washington. Yeah. So it was always that for me with that division. Back to the fucking Atlanta.
Yeah, but the Niners, it was always the Cowboys and Packers because that's who they'd play in the playoffs. And even the Giants for a while in the 80s too.
Mm-hmm.
But then with their division, it was like, I mean, they'd always dwarf the Rams.
Yeah.
And then the Rams are good now, so yeah.
And you had the Saints and the Falcons.
Yeah.
The fucking Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers. That fucking
Panthers for a minute.
Those West Coast teams over there that you guys had. Fucking nonsense, man. Yeah, I always think you guys had little baby. It's like you say with the 80s thing. I would think the Bears were in there a little bit in the 80s. Because there was always one of those fucking rival things because there were always top teams or whatever. And that was the whole fridge thing and shit like that.
You could throw the Giants into that equation too because they were good in the 90s.
Yeah, the fucking you think of the hold that they didn't call by the fucking lineman or whatever the fuck that one.
In 2002, yeah.
Yeah, that one. Goof.
It was a legal receiver downfield. I don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you. He wiped his shirt. I'm allowed. Is that it on that email?
He has some numbers for like life hacks and whatnot, so I can save those for when we get to that segment.
Okay. Is that it for the emails then?
If you'd like to send us an email, you can send us a email to lingusmafia@gmail.com.
Oh, it got changed. No shit.
We've had that one forever.
Oh,
ever since the original.
Great. Oh, good then. Good.
I mean, if you send it to Wrestling Lingus Show, I'm still gonna read it.
We'll get it.
But start sending it to Lingus Mafia if you could.
There we go. Very good.
Either way,
they're both open. Open like a rusty gate.
Open for business.
You know what? I bought a new toothpaste. For the first time, I bought toothpaste last week. And I bought that charcoal shit.
Tom's of Maine. Oh.
Yeah, that charcoal is some wild shit, my friends. You look like a fucking horror movie.
I have some of that. Yeah.
And the thing is, you don't realize how much is flying out of your mouth when you brush your teeth until you do that. And then there's dots all over the fucking everything.
Little charcoal dots all over the place.
Dots all over the fucking sink. You go, shit, I didn't realize it's all like this. But
hey, the shit's working because my daughter actually asked if I whiten my teeth.
Really? See, how long did it take? Because I just started this week.
About a month after I started using it, she asked me. I was shocked. I'm like, oh shit!
I thought it was supposed to be like right away or something. I was like, look in the mirror. I'm like, oh, am I glowing like I'm Miles Jordan? Or did I get it? All right. What's in the news?
This week, I have them all set up here. All right. Two tech companies in San Francisco are asking for people who have their app to send in pictures of their poop.
Oh, I will oblige. No problem.
I remember in high school, this one guy's like, hey, he took a Polaroid of his poop he had. Fucking the thing circled around like 1.5 times around the bowl, like the outside of the bowl.
There's some.
Wasn't there a website?
I was
called
just
Rate
gonna
My
say
Poop?
there was Rate My Poop. Oh, we should relaunch that. You had there were some great ones because there were some spanners, as we like to call it. You know, they fucking
still exists.
Break the fucking, broke the water and everything like that. Yeah, there's some great stuff. Rate My Poo. Was it poo or poop? Try them both.
Let's see. Poop doesn't work. Let's try poo.
Remember there was the other one, Rate My Looks, too. Remember that one?
I remember that. Or Hot or Not.
Hot or
Not. Hot or Not. Yeah. That was good because I remember I had the cat on that fucking thing. Right.
I went to ratemypoo.com because poop doesn't exist.
See? I told you. How did I know that was that it was? I'm going.
No. Are you going?
I'm going.
Let's see. All right, I'll let you get the punchline then.
Poo.com. Oh!
Now I gotta see.
Now
this.
you gotta go, Greg. And then we'll tell the audience. Oh my God.
Rate my poo, right?
Yeah, that's a 10.
Believe me.
Believe me, the greatest poop ever.
Underneath this says biggest piece of shit.
You know what? I'm not even gonna tell the audience. That's enough. We're gonna tell them that it's the greatest of all time. Maybe the best poop ever. If you want to go and see what the punchline is, go to ratemypoo.com. And you'll see the first piece of poo that you get to rate. Did you give it a 10? I gave it a 10.
I actually give it a 9.
You know what's funny is the... do you see what's the ad on top?
The Rotten.com
Yeah,
ad?
remember that? Fucking site was fantastic, too. Rotten.com, baby.
That came and left, I thought pretty quick, but it's still there. Shit.
You know what's funny is if you go to any of them, it keeps sending you back to that. Like I went to the top 10 list on the side and click someone, and it brings you right back to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
To the biggest piece of shit, yeah. Okay.
There are two gut health startups that are trying to track gastrointestinal issues. Augie is one of them, and Seed Health is the other. Augie actually is the one that's tracking gastrointestinal issues. The other one, Seed Health, works on applying microbes to human health and cell probiotics.
Is that Dr. Adriana Serva that's doing that study?
Yes, sir.
Faust, you know?
The companies began collecting photos under a campaign they call Give a Shit.
Ow.
The goal of creating the first known data set of human poop images. I mean, this could help some people. I mean, because you're supposed to have like a... I look at my poops all the time to see like...
Oh, I'm proud.
I mean, just to make sure like it's the right color, and make sure it's not...
bleeding.
If I don't have blood, bleeding in there or whatever, I
put my face real close and take a good inhale. So I can be proud of what I did.
Well, you do both. You do the eye test and the nose test to see if there's any irregularities.
Oh, don't forget to touch. I pull it out. Give a fucking hand. I go. It feels sturdy. It feels solid. I might be healthy.
You're making fucking little houses out of it.
Fucking modern day Lincoln log.
Landscapes over here.
They call me Abe Lincoln. I build a fucking log cabin out of it.
So the both of these are asking for people to send in. They're not giving any money. They just need a database so they could help people with their gastrointestinal issues.
I put it in underneath some chicken breast, Faust, and pasta, and gave it to Sonny after it was done.
Oh. All right, Florida man.
Yeah.
Is accused of throwing nunchucks through a car window at a traffic light.
Jesus Christ. Well, that'll teach you.
The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office said 56-year-old Tampa man Leonardo Fernandez is accused of throwing nunchucks through a car window at a traffic light. It's the charge is throwing a deadly missile into an occupied vehicle.
A deadly missile.
That's what it says.
Fucking
Criminal
nunchucks.
mischief and violation of probation. So apparently someone cut him off. He got upset and took out his nunchucks and threw it through the back window, shattered the back window of this SUV.
It's like a retard fighting. I'm going to throw my gun at you, so now you got my gun. What a horrible anniversary I have on Facebook right now.
Oh, what is it?
I became friends with the cat 5 years ago. Fuck that motherfucker. Bitch. This motherfucker today, by the way, I should roast his fucking ass.
Should.
All right. Well, you already brought him up once. You brought him twice. What's going on?
He goes, because he's supposed to be on today. Because everyone fucking asks, what's the cat update? What's cat update? And I gave him a fucking Blue Chew for his anniversary. Which this poor woman hasn't come home with him. That was the odd part. Fucking smashed it to the wall. And I won't be off on time. I have to. And I go, I could set my fucking clock to you, nigga. And he goes, what's that mean? And I go, because anytime you have to do anything, there will always be something fucking wrong. First, he couldn't download Skype. I was trying to get him on Skype. his phone has no storage.
Oh my god.
I go, oh, you fucking motherfucker. I go, delete your other apps, this and that. I'm trying. It's still no. I'm like, what a pile of shit you got. And so now he's working with something. And he goes, I could do it next week. I go, next week you get hit by a fucking bus. I go, there will be a fucking reason why you can't next week too. So, Kat, you ain't allowed to even listen to this. Turn this podcast off right now. You're not allowed. our buddy old out there, Rosendo. Talk about a fucking name right there. Guy looked like a white guy named Rosendo. He's friends with Kat, and we knew him from the job that we worked with old Gwen, Fauci's wife. With. And he listens religiously, and he goes, I need a fucking Kat update. He texts Kat, said it, and I go, well, that's when I said, then come on the fucking show this week. Oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, it's coming like an orgasm is coming. Forget it. Forget it with this fucking guy. I'm fucking sick of it. Go ahead.
All right. In Germany, after a funeral, coffee and cake went awry when the restaurant served the patrons hash cake.
Oh, delicious.
So what had happened was, so in a few, I guess one of the customs to after a funeral in Germany, everyone goes to and has coffee and cake. I think a lot of people do that around here in the U.S. They host a little party or a little get together, celebration of life, if you will. These people went to a restaurant and have some coffee and cake. The owner of the restaurant had pulled out from the freezer a cake that her daughter had made, which had hash in it for a different occasion. Obviously, they served it to the patrons who were not used to this. So they talked about dizziness and nausea, and they were treated at the hospital. Now the investigators are finding out or trying to figure out what had happened. I don't see what the big problem is here.
You like a hash cake? No problem.
Too much of it though can get on top of you, especially if you've never done it before. It could really fuck you up.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, I mean, we had a gummy and we fucked up. So
there you go. And imagine a whole piece of cake with that.
Oh my God! Wash it down. Wash it down with some acid.
All right, did you guys get to the movies this weekend?
Nope.
No, I didn't.
I
signed up for the Disney thing though.
Disney Plus. You ready?
I did. I want to see the mandolin.
You're going to binge on The Simpsons too, right?
That's on there? Oh, because it's Fox? Or, I mean, what
yeah. They own that shit now.
Wow.
Every episode.
Every episode ever. No commercials, no cutouts.
Wow.
All right, so this week at the domestic box office, the top 5 movies were... Number 5 was Countdown. I think I remember briefly talking about
that
this.
Is.
I don't remember.
It's a horror movie where there's a timer that you have a timer that counts down to when you're gonna die.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Number 4 was Zombieland Double Tap. Number 3 was The Addams Family. Actually moved up from number 4. Number 2 for the second week in a row was Joker.
Yeah.
And which, by the way, overtook the number 1,
R-rated, yeah.
R-rated movie for worldwide box office.
Because who was? It was Deadpool, right?
Deadpool 2, yeah.
Yeah, that's why Ryan Reynolds put out that.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
New congratulations. Fuck you.
That's so great. And number 1 for the second week in a row was Maleficent, Mistress of Evil.
But it was by a cunt here, wasn't it?
Let me see. Yeah. Maleficent had 19.3 and Joker had 19.2.
Didn't you think you said Maleficent would be done after a week, right?
I thought it was going to have the biggest. It had a 50% drop off.
Modern day SmackDown over here.
Kat, remember how you were saying they're going to make a lot of movies about the heels now, right?
Origins, yeah.
Slated to come out next year.
Ah!
is which is going to be weird, starring I can't think of her name right now, but the Cruella de Vil from the fucking 101
Jesus
Dalmatian
Christ.
shit. Emma Stone.
Oh, I can see that.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that
young
movie's
Cruella.
not for me anyway. Just the original's not for me.
No.
The pre-white hair.
I would like to see Terminator.
Oh yeah.
And that takes us to the movies coming out this week.
Thank you.
Coming out this week, nationwide, there are 4 nationwide releases, excluding like Netflix and Hulu and all that crap. Harriet, based on Harriet Tubman. She helped me run like Harriet Tubman. Arctic Dogs, which looks like one of those family. It looks like looks like an animated film. Oh, it is an animated film. Who's doing this one? Alec Baldwin, John Cleese, Jeremy Renner, James Franco. It's got an all-star cast. The animation kind of looks like Zootopia, but I don't think it's a Pixar or DreamWorks. Who does Zootopia? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Also coming out this week is the Bruce Willis, Alec Baldwin, Edward Norton joint called Motherless Brooklyn, which is set in 1954 New York, and how one man kind of designed all of New York to the way it is now and set up everybody as far as segregating everything. What's his name? Edward Norton plays a detective afflicted with Tourette syndrome, and he tries to solve a murder of his mentor and only friend. And then also coming out is Terminator Dark Fate with Arnold and Linda.
Boy, she looks terrible, doesn't she?
She's probably like, why'd you take so long?
I like how she says the "I'll be back" line.
Yeah, let's switch it up.
Yeah.
Shake it out.
You know, coming out this week is The Irishman, though.
That's like a limited run, right? And then
Right.
it's going to be on Netflix.
I think that they're doing that because a lot of people had a problem with Netflix putting movies out and they're being considered for Oscars, but they never were in theaters.
So that's why it's only going to be there for a little bit.
It may be, yeah, because I think Scorsese just wants to appease everybody.
I'm annoyed with this fucking Jay and Silent Bob reboot movie. Like, it was out, I think, last week or the week before, and it was like one of those Fathom event gimmicks. So if you wanted to see it, you had to go like on a Tuesday or a Thursday.
God.
And that was it. And now they're taking it on tour.
I heard that because I hear his stupid podcast every once in a while.
And I looked it up. I'm like, oh, when they coming around here? And I was like, oh, it's going to be in Oakland. I'm like, okay, how much are tickets? Like over like $120. I'm like,
oh.
To see the movie, watch the movie in a big theater, and then they do a Q&A after, I guess. But I'm like, I'm not spending that kind of money to watch a fucking movie.
Yeah, I'm like, just fucking put the movie in the fucking theater. What the fuck?
I'm like, does it come with free food? Did they bring it to me? That's different.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so that's your bad news for the week.
Thank you, Greggy boy. Someone once told me in a fucking podcast far, far away that you did one.
Lies, all lies. I don't do anything.
Okay.
But if you want to check out Cold Brew Podcast, I really recommend it if you like drinking beer.
Okay. And also, why don't you pick a number for life hacks?
420.
420 for life hacks. Hey-o. Let's see. Let me get you. 420. Okay. Squeezing a lemon or a lime into your shampoo will stop frizzy hair. That's good for you, Greg, because you got kind of Jew-fro.
Yeah, when I let it grow, yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. And then would you rather pick a number between
187.
Oh, I see. This is good numbers. 187. 187. Okay, 187. Would you rather live in a home without electricity or move to California? But I can't do both. Or a home without running water. I'm going in the home without running water.
Yeah. I need my electricity.
Yeah, I need to watch the fucking TV. What are you kidding me? Greg.
Can't charge my phone.
This is
what
tough,
am I doing?
man. It's tough because I like to be clean. Hey, you want to live in a stinky home with?
You have a bird
Go
bath. Why
somewhere
bother?
else.
Whatever.
Go somewhere.
Oh, yeah, if I live right next to a stream, sure, that's fine. I'll do the home without running water. I'll go poop in a hole.
Yeah, exactly. Just shit in a hole. Shit in a bucket. Who cares?
All right. Yeah, no running water.
Okay. Faust, what did old guy pick for life hacks?
For his life hack, I'm choosing my favorite 49er and going with number 16. That was Guy, not me.
Yes.
16.
Because I know
He's on the bandwagon too.
my favorite 49er. Listen to this guy. Okay, 16 is if you have a computer that blocks sites like YouTube, Google, Chrome's incognito mode will let you access them. So you go to Google incognito and you'll be able to hack them.
We did that one already. Didn't we do that one? That sounds familiar.
No, there's quite a few of the technologies in here, but 16 was not.
Okay.
So if I use my computer at work that blocks certain websites, I can go out in incognito and watch porn at work. Okay,
There you go. You should, and leave it on the screen.
Hey, who was this?
Now, would you rather? What does he pick?
Number 21 for his second favorite 49er.
Oh, listen to him. And his favorite cowboy.
Not Dion.
Oh, Frank Gore.
Gotta be.
How do I know these things? That's a shame.
Because Miami.
Aha, yes, exactly. Okay,
Miami.
would you rather give birth to a child knowing there is a 25% chance you'll die during childbirth, or never have children on your own at all? How easy is this one? No kids, thank you.
More money for me.
Exactly, that's how I look at it.
More money, less problems.
Exactly. So we're all like, fuck the kids. Okay. What do you want now, Fausti? Life hacks.
Between 1 and what?
Life hacks to
1,000.
1,000.
665.
Because didn't I do 666 last time or something?
Somebody did.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. There it is. 665. Take a picture of your business cards. Okay, take a picture of business cards people hand you, just in case you lose them.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, fuck off. I don't need that shit. Would you rather, Faust?
Let's go with 333.
Okay, 333. Would you rather experience the Titanic or the Hindenburg? Fuck. I'm taking Titanic 10 out of 10 times. I'm not falling from the fucking sky.
I'd rather try to swim in the cold than
Yep.
fall from the sky.
Greg?
Same. Yeah, you'd have a better chance of surviving the Titanic than the Hindenburg. What the fuck? One of them blows up. The other one slowly sinks.
Yeah, because the one that falls from the sky slowly as it's on fire, right? But
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
in 1898, 14 years prior to the Titanic tragedy, Morgan Robertson wrote Faulty, a novel about a largest ship ever built, hitting an iceberg in the Atlantic Ocean on a cold April night. The ship was named the Titan. One publisher rejected the manuscript, saying it was too absurd to imagine a ship that large sinking. Oh, the humanity. Okay, my turn. Life hacks, I will take 34.
Sweetness.
Yes, exactly. I go in that direction here. I couldn't remember if I picked 9 last time. I think I might have. All right, 34. This is under technology, too. If you're in an area where you should have cell phone service but don't, put your phone in airplane mode and then switch back. This will cause your phone to register and find all the towers in your vicinity.
I've heard that one before.
Oh, good.
That's
And
a good
I'll do 34 on the other side as well. Okay. Would you rather always spit when you talk? I mean, Kuz doesn't. I mean, he doesn't have a choice. Or Always be spit on when spoken to.
No. Schlemiel, schlemazel. Yeah.
Oh, I'd rather get spit on. I don't want to be looked at as the guy that's always fucking spitting when he talks. I'd rather be like, I'll just take the medicine.
Same.
Jesus. In Tanzania, Africa, spitting is considered to show as goodwill. Newborn babies are spat on.
Oh, fuck.
Spat upon to bring the child good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, that got started on by people who don't have kids.
It's like, it's good luck to step in shit.
Luck, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't see any of you people diving into shit piles around here. Thank you, Ralphie. All right, everyone. That is the show this week. You can find us on Twitter at Lingus Mafia.
You can find us on Instagram at Lingus Mafia.
And you can go to lingusmafia.com.
Mm-hmm.
And Faust already told you where to email us at. Can anyone guess? Lingusmafia at Gmail.
At gmail.com.
Oh, Fausty. I could do anything I fucking want to do. Because it's almost been a year that my dad has been dead. And we'll see you next Tuesday.
Good night.
And good luck.